Let's continue the second segment of our interpretation. We are in chapter number 7 of your supplementary. I'll come with you and see Johnsy, Biram said. Means, okay, I'll just come with you and I want to see Johnsy, Biram said. They tiptoed into the room. Johnsy was sleeping. Tiptoed means entered silently, without making any noise. Dabe pair enter karna. They went inside the room without any noise. Johnsy was sleeping. Sue drew the curtains together and they went to the next room. Drew the curtains together. उसने जो है वो कर्टन लगा दिए, पर्दे खींच दिए. She peeped out through the window. Drew the curtains together and they went to the next room. She peeped out through the window. Peeped out, बाहर को देखा. Peep out, निहारना. Peeped out through the window. There was only one leaf on the creeper. उस बेल के ऊपर केवल एक पत्ता था. It was raining heavily, means it was a lashing rain going on, and an icy cold wind was blowing. और बर्फीली हवा चल रही थी. Icy cold wind, बहुत ही ठंडी, कड़ाके की ठंडी हवा बह रही थी, चल रही थी. It seemed as though the leaf would fall any minute now, and it appears that any time this leaf would fall. Biram did not say a word. Means Biram was quiet. He went back to his room. Johnsy woke up next morning in a feeble voice. She asked Sue to draw the curtains. Johnsy woke up next morning and she asked. Feeble means a very low, without any strength. Feeble voice. She asked Sue to draw the curtains. उसने बोला कि आप कर्टन को एक तरफ कर दें. Sue was nervous. Sue was means uncomfortable, nervous. उसको डर लग रहा था. She drew back the curtains very reluctantly, hesitatingly. Means once you are not willing to do something, that is called reluctant. अनमने ढंग से उसने जो है उस curtains को एक तरफ किया. Oh, Sue exclaimed as she looked at the vine creeper. एकदम से Sue जो है उसने हैरानी जताई जैसे उसने वाइन क्रीपर पे देखा. Look, there is still one leaf. Okay, I'm changing the page, but before to that we have some words over here. Feeble, weak means without any energy. Feeble, the pronunciation is feeble, weak and without energy, strength or power. Reluctantly, without proper attention or hesitatingly. Nervous, the word meaning you will find on the next page. Look, there is still one leaf. I'm changing page. Here we are. Now you can see. Sad. These are four, in fact 5 words which are quite similar in meaning, but their meaning is quite different. Sad, depressed, gloom, nervous, and anxious. You must know the word meanings of all these 5 sentences. I hope you would go through. I have written the phonetic transcription as well as their meanings also. On the creeper, let me continue. On the creeper, it looked quite green and healthy. On the creeper, it looked quite green and healthy. Means that leaf was quite green and healthy, was in a very good condition. In spite of the storm and the fierce winds, it didn't fall. Means उस तूफान या बहुत जबरदस्त, fierce means of a very high degree, तीव्र आप हिंदी में कह सकते हो. winds की वजह से भी जो है ये गिरा नहीं था. I heard the wind last night, said Johnsy. I thought it would have fallen. It will surely fall today, then I'll die. Means again she is saying that it didn't fall yesterday, definitely it will fall today and I'll die. You won't die, said Sue energetically, means with great enthusiasm or with certain energy. You have to live for your friends. What would happen to me if you die? Means if you go from here, from this earth, what will happen to me? Johnsy smiled weakly. Means not a broad one. A normal smile she gave and closed her eyes. After every hour or so, she would look out of the window and find the leaf still there. It seemed to be clinging to the creeper, clinging, चिपका हुआ, affixed. ऐसा लगता था कि वो जो है उस क्रीपर से चिपका हुआ है अभी भी. In the evening there was another storm, but the leaf did not fall. John C. lay for a long time looking at the leaf. Then she called out to Sue. Yeah, there was one storm in the evening, but it did not fall. Then lastly she called the Sue to her. उसने Sue को पुकारा, बुलाया. I have been a bad girl. Now she is saying her sentiments. अपने दिल की बात उसको कहती है. I have been a bad girl. You have looked after me so lovingly and I have not cooperated with you. Means you looked after me. तूने मेरे बहुत अच्छी सेवा की, देखभाल की, look after, देखभाल करना. So lovingly and I have not cooperated with you. Means I did not cooperated with you. I didn't care for you. I have been depressed. Means I was really sad and gloomy. And I was in a great, despair, gloom. Udasi, you can say depressed. Udas, nirash, hatas. Gloom. पूर्ण अंधकार टाइप की, निराशी, उदासी. It means somewhere down the line the meanings are mixing up. They are quite similar to each other. And gloomy, the last means I have been depressed and gloomy. मैं काफ़ी उदास थी और काफ़ी परेशान टाइप थी. The last leaf has shown me how wicked I have been. Wicked, bad. मैं और आखिरी पत्ते ने मुझे बता दिया कि मैं कितनी ज़्यादा ख़राब हूँ या how bad I have behaved with you. I have realized that it's a sin to want to die. और अब मुझे ये आभास हो रहा है, रियलाइज़ कि अपने मरने के बारे में सोचना एक बहुत घोर पाप होता है, एक बहुत बड़ा पाप होता है, sin. She hugged John C. Then she gave her a lot of hot soup and a mirror. उसने hug means गले लगा लिया जॉन सी को, और फिर जॉन सी सू ने उसको जो है काफ़ी हॉट सूप, शोरबा जिसको कह सकते हो, सूप आप सभी पीते हैं शादियों वगैरह में, और उसको एक मिरर भी दिया उसने. सी कॉम्ड हर हेयर एंड स्माइल ब्राइटली. उसने अपने बाल बहाए, बाल ठीक किए. कॉम्ड, CUMBED, कॉम्ब कंघा, कॉम्ड बाल ठीक किए. हर हेयर एंड स्माइल ब्राइटली means then she gave a broad smile to her. In the afternoon the doctor came. After examining his patients, he told Sue, John C. now has a will to live. Will to live. अब इसकी जीने की इच्छा है. Will, गागेगी नहीं. Will होता है एक हिम्मत. अब इसकी जीने की इच्छा है. I'm confident she will recover soon. Means I'm sure that she is going to recover very soon. Now I must go downstairs and see Berman. मैं नीचे जाता हूँ और बर्मन की कंडीशन देखता हूँ, ओल्ड पेंटर की. He's also suffering from pneumonia. He's also suffering from pneumonia, but I'm afraid there is no hope for him. और मुझे अफसोस है कि शायद जो है उसकी कोई आशा नहीं है अब. मीन्स वो शायद जी ना पाए, उसकी बचने की बहुत कम आशा है. The next morning Sue came and sat on John C.'s bed. अगली सुबह Sue आई और जॉन सी के बेड पर बैठ गई. Taking John C.'s hand in hers, she said, she just conveyed hers, underline. Taking John C.'s hand in hers, अपने हाथों में उसका हाथ लेते हुए बोली, I have something to tell you. My dear, I want to tell you something. Mr. Berman died of pneumonia this morning. Died of, preposition, died of. Mr. Berman died of pneumonia this morning. Means श्रीमान बर्मन न्यूमोनिया की वजह से मर गए हैं. He was ill for only 2 days. Means he was वो 2 दिन से बीमार था. The first day the janitor found him on his bed. पहले दिन चौकीदार, अटेंडेंट कह सकते हो, चौकीदार, janitor ने उसको अपने बेड पर पड़ा हुआ पाया. His clothes and shoes were wet and he was shivering. उसके कपड़े और उसके जूते गीले थे और वो कांप रहा था. He had been out in that stormy night. वो उस तूफानी रात में बाहर रहा था. Wicked, word meaning is being given for you. Wicked, morally wrong or bad, नैतिक रूप से गलत होना. Janitor, caretaker of a building. Now again, I'm telling you on this particular page, you must go through all these 5 word meanings: sad, depressed, gloom, nervous, anxious. I'm changing page. We're on the last page of this chapter. Then they found a ladder and a lantern still lighted lying near his bed. तब उन्होंने पाया. Then they found, वो वहाँ पे गई ऐसा लगता है. एक लैडर थी वहाँ पे और उसके साथ में एक लैंटर्न जो अभी भी जल रही थी, near his bed. Still lighted lying near his bed, जो अभी भी उसके बेड के नज़दीक जल रही थी. There were also some brushes, कुछ ब्रश थी वहाँ पे, पेंटिंग brushes, and green and yellow paints on the floor near the ladder. उस लैडर के नज़दीक जो है ज़मीन पर, फ्लोर पर ग्रीन और येलो कलर का पेंट भी रखा हुआ था. Johnsy dear, said Sue. Sue ने कहा, hey Johnsy, look out of the window. Just have a glance outside. Look at the ivy leaf. उस ivy leaf को देखिए. Haven't you wondered why it doesn't flutter when the wind blows? Flutter, फड़फड़ाना, हवा में लहराना. Haven't you wondered why it doesn't flutter when the wind blows? Means why didn't you wonder that there is no movement in that leaf? It is stationary. It is not moving at all. That's Berman masterpiece. ये बर्मन की masterpiece है. He painted it the night the last leaf fell. और इसने इसको जब पेंट किया जब वो आखिरी पत्ता गिर गया था उस तूफानी रात में, और उसी की वजह से उसकी मृत्यु हो गई है. O. Henry, as I have told you, is a writer. Actual name is William Sidney Potter, and he was an American short story writer known for his surprise endings, means open endings. And he wants decision from you whether what happened was that correct or not. Now lantern, as you know, घरों में lantern होती है, पहले होती थी, आजकल नहीं. This is what the pronunciation is, lantern, light inside a container or so. So with this I finish the interpretation of this chapter. I think you have 8 to 10 difficult words from this chapter. You must go through. Hopefully I'll just give them in your writing portion also. Okay, with this I finish this chapter.